All right, day 6 of the 12 days of Christmas. Whoa, we're halfway there. Okay, it is a wine glass holder that you can put on a bottle of wine. Non-alcoholic in my case because I'm working today and I don't want it to truly be 9-finger woodworking. You know what I'm saying? I still got all 10 digits. This particular one is made out of a piece of sapele and it holds 2 wine glasses on a wine or other bottle. That's what she looks like. Nice little gift for your host to be making these, especially around the Christmas time season where people are drinking wine. Let's get to machining it. Hey, if you find yourself enjoying this kind of content and want to see more, why don't you mash down on that subscribe button? That helps us immeasurably. And then maybe punch the like button and give us a thumbs up and maybe comment and stuff. That helps us bring you more content like this. So please do that, it helps a lot. And now, due in part to the overly litigious society in which we reside, listen to my robot.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger! No, Will Robinson! Danger!
Here we are at the computer. I have my VCarve up, and this is the file as you would receive it. Some things of note. Your wine glasses may differ from mine, and you may want to change this. You may want to make these bigger or smaller. These work great for my wine glasses, and the same goes for the hole for the wine bottle. I don't know, maybe you drink out of the Magnum ones or whatever and this needs to be bigger, or maybe you drink out of the petite ones and this needs to be smaller. So, you know, your mileage may vary on some of that stuff. As you can see from the material setup, I use a standard 3/4 of an inch. You may want to change that. These probably work a little better depending on the size you end up making it. Maybe a little thinner, but you know, the generic size is 750, so that's what I use when I make these files. Okay, well, let's get to it. As you know, my way of doing things, I want to do any kind of interior stuff first. So depending on how you hold it, it doesn't put any stress on your clamping system, be that vacuum or tape or clamps or whatever. So let's punch this hole in here first. So we'll select that. And you don't need to make this a pocket, right? You don't care once you get it cut through, you don't care what, if there's like a little dowel left in there. So, you know, let's do it faster. Let's do it with a profile. All right, we're going to go 750 deep. So we're going to cut all the way through. We're going to use my standard end mill. And we're going to go on the inside because we want this hole to be our final dimension, right? We're going to go on the inside. We're not going to add any tabs. Again, depending on your particular situation, you might want to hold that little circle of material so it doesn't go winging out. I have found that with the bits that I use, it doesn't. It pretty much stays there. So. You may want to ramp it. Let's ramp this just a little bit. Let's ramp it at 0.2 just so it doesn't put so much stress on the bit. And we'll call this center hole, I guess. Okay, we'll calculate that. So there it is. Now the only thing left to do is to cut the outside. I'm going to use my 6mm. You know, if you're using something bigger, be careful that you're not using a bit that's too big to fit through here. But let's go to the outside. That's what we're looking for. Again, it's a profile cut. Okay, 750 deep. We're going all the way through. The end mill is fine. We don't want to go on the inside. We want to go on the outside this time. Okay, so it cuts around the outside. We don't want it smaller than what's depicted here. We want it that size. Again, with the tabs, do what you think is best. Ramps, I'm going to put in a little small one again. And per my usual, I'm going to call this outer profile. All right, calculate that. And there you go. Let's take a look at it. Okay, you can see I can get rid of this too by double clicking it. So that's what it's going to look like, and that's what we want. For me personally, I'll do a secondary op, and I will go around the outside here with my router with you know, an 1/8 inch round over bit, and I'll round over both sides just to make it nice and smooth. I notice that this depicts this with the grain running this way. You probably don't want that. There's some thin sections here. You probably want the grain running this way, or do a laminate, you know, just so you're not breaking through stuff here. But that's it. That's all the CAD stuff that goes with this. It's very easy. The hardest part on this is holding it. My suggestion to you is get a bigger piece, you know, with a couple of inches on either side, and then, you know, piece about this big, right? And then put your clamp maybe here, and put a clamp here, and then, you know, put a couple of tabs on here. That's my advice, but you can do with that what you will. Nice easy one. Let's go to the router and route this out. Okay, so here I have the G-code for the wine glass holder all fired up on the computer, and I got my 6mm bit in the collet. Let's machine this out.
Wow, look at the size of the chunk of wood I got in this thing. It's about 2 inches thick. It's, I don't know, 20 inches long. I'm just going to machine that out of right here. Remember, ours is only 3/4 of an inch thick, so I'll only go 3/4 of an inch through. That means I don't have to have any tabs. I don't have to worry about hitting my clamps or anything. And when I'm done, I'll basically just saw it to about the right size, send it through my planer until I cut through to the 3/4 inch. Then I'll basically be done, except for the round over. Let's fire up the spindle. About 18,000 RPM with a 6mm bit. And we'll get her going. Part of the video you guys been waiting for, the part where I give you the free coupon code. Just go to the link in the description and it'll take you to the file page and check out like normal, and when it tries to charge you, just put in that coupon code and it'll be free. The only thing that I ask in return is that you subscribe to the channel. Subscription's free also. Doesn't cost you anything. Maybe, you know, 2 seconds to click the button wherever it is. Alright, let's get back to the video. Okay, so here she is out of the planer, cut through very nice. All I'm going to do is round over the edges. I'm even going to round over the inside in here. The inside in here. Now, the astute among you may have noticed I did not round over these parts right here. A couple of reasons for that. Main reason is my bearing wouldn't fit through there. So I'm just going to break those by hand, I think, a little bit. And we'll give this guy a couple of coats of tung oil, I think, for this one. And there you have it. I'm not much of a wine guy, but, you know, if you are, more power to you. I really like the sapele. It's a nice wood. I like that. It's just about the right size for, it holds the glasses up on the right size. I mean, it depends on your wine bottle and stuff. I did notice that I was a little tight, not too tight, but a little tighter than I would like in here for my particular wine glasses. So keep an eye on that, the width of these slots here when you're making it. Otherwise, great project. Couldn't be simpler. Makes a great gift, especially for the holidays. If you like this kind of stuff, remember, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, give me a something, whatever. And we'll move along to the next, I don't know what day of Christmas we're on, but the next one.